Chief Justice, the quarter guard is formed up and ready for your inspection.
Let's remain upstanding. Thank you, the Kenya Police Service.
And gentlemen, following the appointment of the Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court of Kenya by His Excellency the President by Gazette Notice on 19th of May 2021, Lady Justice Martha Koome took her oath of office before the President at State House, Nairobi on 21st of May 2021. That was Friday last week, and was handed over to the judiciary shortly thereafter by the Judicial Service Commission in a brief ceremony that was attended by judges of the Supreme Court, members of the Judiciary Leadership Advisory Council, representatives of judicial officers and staff right here. We are here on this momentous occasion of the assumption of office of the first woman Chief Justice in the history of Kenya. Honorable Lady Justice Koome is also the first woman to head an arm of government in the history of our nation. Please join me in a round of applause for her. And this
One in Africa was in 1993 in Benin. So as a country, we celebrate this, but we are coming too late in the game. But we've begun nonetheless. There are epochs in the history of any institution. I think when we first appointed, the first Kenyan who was appointed Chief Justice in 1971 was Justice Kitili Mwendwa at the age of 37. That was an important milestone. I think the appointment of Chief Justice Zacchaeus Chesoni again after a long period of non-Kenyans, non-black Kenyans serving as CJ was also an important milestone. I think this appointment of Chief Justice Martha Koome is one of those important milestones and an important marker, I think, in the history of this institution. I'm confident, Chief Justice, that you recognize the burden of history and you'll be able to deliver on that mission and that burden successfully. Wish you all the best. Let me now invite Wamboi, Catherine of Deepak to show us a brief photo biography of the Chief Justice, Martha Koome. Sise.
If someone had told me someday that in my long life I would have the opportunity to welcome the first Chief Justice that was a lady, probably I would have debated. But now, the opportunity for debate is taken away from me.
And we all feel we are judges because you are one of us. So we are proud of you and we thank God for you. May God help you, give you energy, give you truth within yourself. Edamova butangumiru na wero na truth na matne kumija muru.
Lady Justice Martha Karambu Koome, was sworn in as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya and President of the Supreme Court on 21st of May 2021. She is an experienced jurist with over 33 years in the legal profession in both public and private sectors. Judge is a staunch human rights defender who provided pro bono legal representation to economically disadvantaged clients in areas of human rights abuse, women, and children's rights. She also represented political detainees and persons accused of politically instigated offences during the volatile one-party rule in Kenya. Judge is a delegate at the Fungamano House in Bomas of Kenya, contributing to the enactment of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. She has actively participated in the clamour for the independence of the judiciary. Judge Koome was elected twice as chairperson of Federation of Kenya Women Lawyers FIDA in 1997. She joined the judiciary in 2003 as a High Court judge. She has served in the Family Division of the High Court at Milimani, the Nakuru Law Courts, Milimani Commercial Court, Kitale Law Courts, and headed the Land and Environment Division. She was promoted to Judge of Appeal in 2012 at the Nairobi station and later moved to the Devolved Court of Appeal in Nyeri. Together with Judge Visram and the late Judge Odek, they cleared case backlog to the point of real-time filing and hearing of cases. She has served as the chair of the Kenya Judges and Magistrates Association and also as the chair of the National Council on Administration of Justice Special Task Force on Children's Matters, where she is the champion of children's rights. She has developed and launched the NCAJ Status Report on Children in the Justice System, which is pivotal in the drafting of the Children's Bill. She has won the FIDA Award for Exemplary Leadership in 2010 and the UN Kenya Person of the Year runner-up 2020 in recognition for her advocacy for the rights of children in conflict with the law. Lady Justice Martha Karambu Koome, the third Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court of Kenya under the Constitution 2010.
Ours is the only constitutional commission whose members recruit its chairperson, then transition to work under him or her leadership, under his or her leadership on a day-to-day basis. Under our constitutional framework, whoever is recruited by the JSC as a Chief Justice serves both as the head of the judiciary and the chairperson of the Judicial Service Commission. This explains why, shortly after we handed the Chief Justice to the judiciary, on the steps of this building on Friday last week, we headed out to a luncheon during which we welcomed the Justice Koome into the Judicial Service Commission, in a sense handing her to ourselves. Independence of the judiciary, and are ready to march on under your able leadership. I'm confident that we will turn these challenges into moments of victory if we work together, drawing on our unique strengths. In ending, I would like to remind all of us that the recruitment of judges is open and competitive. The ladies and gentlemen that present themselves for these interviews summon extraordinary courage and expend considerable intellectual energy in their subsequent work. It is vital, therefore, that we accord them their due respect. At our obligation to respect it. With those remarks, ladies and gentlemen, kindly join me once again in congratulating Honorable Lady Justice Koome on her assumption of office and in wishing her every success during her tenure as the Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court of Kenya. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Only one Deputy Chief Justice at a time. A fact that further shook me to the reality of the honor bestowed upon me, accompanied with and by the solemn responsibilities of the office. And I knew then that whatever I did henceforth had to be for the glory of God, and always listening keenly to his voice and direction, because how else was I to thank him for loving me so very much? He had placed me in the highest office that I personally prayed for, and that is all I ever needed. But what did I know? God was not yet done with me, not yet. And so on Monday, the 11th day of January 2021, when Emeritus Chief Justice David Kenani Maraga retired, it fell upon me, by mere operation of the law, to assume the office of Chief Justice, albeit in an acting capacity. It has been the highest honor of my professional life to serve as the acting Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya for some 162 days between the 11th of December 2020 and the 21st May 2021, around about 1 o'clock, maybe some 18 minutes thereafter, when our Chief Justice took oath of office. Chief Justice, I have heard it said that you will find a full entry. Allow me to assure you that that entry is made lighter by the strong foundation that Chief Justice Emeritus Dr. Willie Munyoki Mutunga laid for you and for us in the JTF. It is made even much lighter by the great sustainability and enhancement of the JTF by Chief Justice Maraga's SJT. It's made even lighter by the Judiciary Strategic Plan 2019-2023, our State of the Judiciary reports, our interim midwifery during the interim period, among many others. I would like us, if you would take this final order from me, to please stand up. Put our hands together in thanksgiving to God for enabling the wish of Chief Justice Mada Karambo Koome to come to fruition, and for welcoming Chief Justice Mada Karambo Koome to the judiciary of Kenya on this 24th day of May 2021.
When I entered here, there were so many complications. As the Chief Justice mentioned, even where to go and powder my nose was a big problem. The male judges told me that I can't go to where they go to because we do everything else differently. So I said, okay. I'll go to the Hilton every day to do it and then I come back. The Chief Justice himself had to give up his toilet to make peace between me and the male judges. It worked. That didn't stop there. And they said, now what are we going to call her anyway? So it became a debate. And somebody was told to write a brief and tell us what I should be called. Others were saying I should just be called Mrs. Judge. Others said, no, let's add on Lady Justice. Others said, no. So anyway, we had the Lady Justice put on it. But then the naughty advocates who would come to court every morning, they would say, oh, my lady. So I would say, no, I'm not your lady. I could offend somebody if you called me that. That is how far we have come from. Good people, it wasn't easy. It was not easy breaking into this place and having to recognize that there had to be a change. That change has now amalgamated into a situation where society has become so acceptable to women, and out there as we are on the streets, people are saying women can do it. The Chief Justice, we are saying only one thing to you, that Kenyans have not misplaced their trust. The President of this republic, I heard him saying, because I watched each and everything that has gone on with her, I heard him saying that he was honored to be the first Kenyan president to appoint a woman Chief Justice. Chief Justice, we know you as a jurist. We know you as a mother. We know you as a wife. We know you as a judge. And we know you as a brother, a sister to all these judges and everybody else. We know that this country has given power to not only a jurist, but a very balanced person, a friendly person, a prayerful woman, and an administrator. We saw you in court arguing cases. We know that you can be tough. We know that you have stance. We know that you stand on principle. We are wishing that will go on. After your 10 years of service to Kenya, we are sure we Kenyans, I hope I'll be there, we shall be left saying, thank you. What we got, she was a gift to this republic. Martha, forgive me for calling you that, because I've rang you so many times in my life. I began ringing her and calling her Martha when we were doing the children's law. She was there. She went to meetings. She organized things. She got the law done, and eventually handed over a report to be given to now the minister, Rachel Mamo, who eventually with others put down that law and put it together, and we had a law that meant a lot to children. Then came the Women's Task Force, and it was always every morning, Martha, can you tell the feeder to do this? Martha, can you tell the advocates to do this? Martha, can you go to Honorable Martha Karua, the minister, and ask her to do this and this? And she went and she did. I would be there shouting things that not been done, and Justice Aluoch, my sister, would say, calm down. I will call Martha, and we shall find out what should be done. That is how that big report of the Women's Task Force came out, and which had made all the difference to us. So many bills came out of that, and gender sensitivity, gender equality became a reality in our country. We are not saying, and you have no time for that, but we know anytime anything comes to you, which needs you to attend to us as women, you will do it willingly. Good people, if you give me a chance, I'll be here until tomorrow morning. But I'm telling you, we will be out there, women, doing wanawambeli in our own time. But this, we leave all these official things because they are too much for us. Martha, you have come to a situation where there have been so many changes. They have become inclusive. The society has become more responsive to all our needs. And we are saying, thank you as you take this position now. We are with you, and we are going to make sure that where you need us, you will not fail. In 10 years, we shall say, hallelujah. All the women just stand up female judges, everybody. Stand up and let's just wait. No, only women. Men sit down. You see how we are? The whole room. The men in Kenya, who are you? You better work harder.
Thank you very much, my sister, our trailblazer, Honorable the Justice F.A. Owo, for those very kind words. We are so honored to have all of you. I see many council represented here, and they have even honored us wearing their robes, led by their distinguished the President of the Law Society. I recognize you.
To support you in doing what you have always done, that is, further the interest of justice. So we commit to you that we will be there with you, we will support you, we will walk with you. We will give advice where it's needed, but you can be absolutely certain that the senior bar and the legal profession will be with you all the way. We congratulate you. We ask that you may be blessed in this work. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that pledge of support. Indeed, we will continue to work together. The Law Society, the legal profession is a key stakeholder to the judiciary. And now we pledged to work with everybody to defend those whose rights were infringed upon by the state during the one-party rule. As I argued cases for political detainees during the Moi era, I came to deeply appreciate the value of a judiciary that was impartial and free from influence and control of other actors. For how can an institution under the control of another be impartial and adjudicate fairly? For the scales of justice to function properly, there can be no undue influence. Not even a small stone or fingertip can be permitted to tip the scales. This belief, as well as the belief in human rights, the dignity and equality of every person, is what led me to lend my entire heart, my knowledge, and my soul, and I joined other Kenyans in a struggle for constitutional reform that would culminate in the Constitution of Kenya 2010. When I crossed the bar, moving from arguing cases before the bench to determining them on the bench, it was because I wanted to be part of the solution